Hi friends, today is Word Problem Wednesday. So today you are going to need the packet, the Word Problem Wednesday packet, and you are also going to need a pencil. So the first thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to write my name at the top of my paper. So you should do the same. Alrighty, so we're going to start off with not a word problem. I know it seems kind of crazy to do this, but I want to show you a couple different ways that you can solve a multiplication equation, and that will help you with our word problems. All right, so our problem is in the middle of our paper. Our problem is 3 times 4 equals, and there's a question mark there because we don't know what it equals yet. So here I have 5 different ways that I can solve this problem. So let's start off in the top left-hand corner. Show equal groups. So this multiplication equation, this can also mean groups of. Okay, so I'm just going to write that in there. And now that I can read this multiplication equation as 3 groups of 4. So that tells me that I'm going to have 3 equal groups of 4. So that means that there's going to be 4 in each. So I'm going to go ahead and draw those 4 in each circle. So I've got 3 groups, and there's 4 in each. So then I can find out the answer by counting to see how many x's there are. So let's go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So my answer of 3 times 4 would equal 12. Now let's double check our answer, solving it the 4 other ways. So the next way I can show it is by repeated addition. So that means I'm just going to add one number together x amount of times. So if I were to count up these equal groups, what I'm doing is I'm adding 4 plus 4 plus 4. And that would be adding 4 3 times. So I'm going to do 4 plus 4 plus 4. Now I've got the number 4, and I've got it 3 times, so I know that I used both parts of this equation. Now I know that 4 plus 4 is 8, and then we got to do 8 plus 4, and 8 plus 4 more would be 8 plus 2, which is half of 4, is 10. So when I add 2 more, I get 12. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 would equal 12. So far, so good. The next way I'm going to do it is by skip counting. So if I were to skip count this problem, I'm doing 3 groups of 4. So I have 4. When I add 4 to 4, I get 8. I'm going to put a comma in between. When I add 4 to 8, I get 12. So I'm skip counting 4, 8, 12. Okay? Now, so far I've gotten 12 for every single answer. Let's take a look at the next one. The next one says show it as an array. So an array means we're going to draw a picture of a shape that has rows and columns. So this X can mean groups of, but it can also mean rows of. Okay? So I've got 3 rows of 4. So I know that there's going to be 3 rows. And a row goes this way, a column goes this way. So I'm going to draw my 3 rows that I know are going to go that way. 1, 2, 3. And when I say 3 rows of, the number that comes after the of tells me how many are going to be in each. So I've got 1, 2, 3, plus this one is 4. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So now let's double check that I have 3 rows of 4. I'm going to circle each row. So there's 1 row, there's 2 rows, here's 3 rows, and each has 4. So let's count and make sure we get 12 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I got 12 again. Let's double check one more time. So here it says type a sentence here. Write the multiplication sentence. So now I'm going to take my sentence up here. I've got the problem 3 times 4. And we know that we got 12, 12, 12, and 12. So 3 times 4 equals 12. All right, now we're going to go to the problem underneath, and let's take a look at a word problem. A bookcase has 4 shelves. Each shelf holds 5 books. How many books are in the bookcase? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look down here. Down here it tells me to circle the numbers. So I'm going to find my 2 numbers. Let's see if you can find them first. The numbers are 4 and 5. Next, on my flowchart, it tells me that I need to underline the question. So the question says, how many books are in the bookcase? Okay, so I got that underlined. Now I have to box my operation clues. So it says a bookcase has 4 shelves. Each shelf. I'm going to box that word each, because that tells me that I'm going to have an even number or an equal group on each. Now it says how many books are in the bookcase. All right, so now we're going to draw a model. A bookcase has 4 shelves. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and draw those 4 shelves. So I'm going to draw my bookcase. I'm going to split it in half and then split it in half again. So now I've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves. Now each shelf holds 5 books. So I'm going to draw 5 on each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And my last little shelf, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I've got 4 shelves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and each shelf has 5 books, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice how I go back and look at the question and make sure that I have exactly what the question's saying. So now we need to figure out how many books are in the bookcase. But here it's telling us that we need a number sentence. So let's see if we can come up with both a multiplication sentence and a repeated addition. So my multiplication sentence, I'm going to take the number that are in each column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to multiply it by the number of rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got the problem 5 times 4. Now if you wanted to write this as 4 times 5, it is the exact same problem. Now we have to count how many books we have. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I know that there's 5 in each row, so I can just skip count by 5s to figure out how many. 5, 10, 15, 20. So my answer is going to be 20. Now, can you come up with a repeated addition sentence to solve this? So, if I take the number of books on each shelf, I know that there's 5. And I know that there are 4 shelves, so I need to add together 5 4 times. So 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. And we got that our answer was 20. So now all I need to do is I need to write it in a sentence. My question says, how many books are in the bookcase? So I'm going to write, there are 20 books in the bookcase. Alrighty, so I'm all finished. If you need a minute, you may pause the video and then keep going. Alrighty, friends, I'm going to do one more problem with you today before you do the other problems on your own. So here it says, Tomas works in a cafeteria kitchen. He puts 3 cherry tomatoes on each of 5 salads. How many tomatoes does he use? So the first thing that we need to do is we need to circle those numbers. So my numbers are 3 and 5. All right, now we have to underline the question. The question says, how many tomatoes does he use? Now we have to box the operation clues. So, Thomas works in a cafeteria kitchen. He puts 3 cherry tomatoes on, there's our magic word, each, on each of 5 salads. Now, how many tomatoes does he use? So now we got to figure out how we can draw a model. Well, I think I'm going to draw equal groups for this one because we usually get a salad in a bowl. All right, so I'm going to draw my 5 salads. Now it says he puts 3 cherry tomatoes on each. So real quick, I'm just going to draw 3 circles on each salad. Alrighty, so you've got your model now. Now what's left is you need to write a number sentence and write your answer. And I'm going to have you do that one on your own. Okay?